think I am on. Um, yes, ladies, we need to talk. Like the topic of this video says, we need to talk about me experiencing menopause in my 30s. So I know some people have reached out to me and they're like, oh my God, what's happening? What's going on? So first of all, I just want to get that out of the way and let you know that the menopause I'm referring to is really medically induced. So I am not undergoing natural menopause. As many of you already know, I have endometriosis, and because I've got endometriosis, the doctors have tried every kind of treatment just to get me to have a functional life, and they basically tried all the different types of hormonal treatments that you can think of. So things like contraceptive pills to manage endometriosis and all that jazz. They've put all of that in place. And still, the endometriosis is just like, I will go crazy on you. So for that reason, the doctors have decided to put me in temporary medically induced menopause. And when I tell you all that I was not ready for what menopause is, you know how, like, when you're a chick, right? You're like, oh, I'm so tired of my periods. I can't wait for them to end. Once my periods end, I'll have a nice life. I am here to give you the tea. It's not a nice life. It is not a nice life. So let's start with my symptoms. Or rather, let's start with what has caused this menopause. So I'm taking an injection called Lupron. And Lupron is supposed to shut the body down, ensure that I don't have any hormone production at all, just so that I don't have the endometriosis growing within my body until I'm able to have surgery. So that's out of the way. Yeah, you get that. The symptoms. You are not ready. I'm just going to tell you all the things you're not ready for, because this live is probably going to be like 5 or 10 minutes max. You are not ready for what your appetite is going to be. Before I took Lupron, I had what I'd call like a normal appetite in a way. But there were times when I just couldn't eat. Like I had a loss of appetite, whatever, that was there. But still, like it still felt okay. After I started taking Lupron, I was eating like 6 times a day. 6. But here's the interesting thing. I was eating, but I wasn't gaining any weight. Like my pants were becoming loose, but I wasn't gaining. Like I was like, okay, I'm eating 6 times a day. My God, I'm pretty sure my clothes will not fit. But when I put my clothes on, it's like, okay, that fits. And like there's a little bit of space. But you're not ready for how much you eat. Like menopause is out here to bankrupt you in terms of the groceries you will have to buy. So just have that at the back of your mind. You are not ready for the insomnia. Please hear that word, insomnia. I typically, before I started taking Lupron, I'd go to bed at like 10 o'clock, 10:30, because I have an early start in the morning. So I get up and I go to work, blah, blah, blah. Since I started taking Lupron, and it's been I think it's been a bit more than 3 weeks now, it's under a month, I have not had a night where I just slept through the night. Like I would wake up, say I go to bed at like 10:30. I would wake up at like 1 a.m. and I'll be thinking about my life. Like I'll be sitting there like, I wonder what my future is going to be like. I wonder if I'll ever have kids, like literally, and I can't sleep. I've been chatting with people in South Africa at random times where I should be sleeping because I can't sleep. Like I just can't sleep. So you're not ready for the insomnia that is coming when you hit menopause. Believe it or not. I know people are always like, oh no, when you get into menopause, your body stabilizes. Your body doesn't stabilize, your body destabilizes. And I have a question as to why women are created like this, because it's so unfair. You spend your entire life going through a period, like you're having periods and periods and periods, and some of them are painful. If you have endometriosis, you are literally suffering every time you have a period. Then you're like, okay, menopause should be something that would make this all better, but it doesn't. It doesn't. You're eating a lot. You're not sleeping. Your life is just a mess. But that's not even the worst part. You're not ready for how hot your body is going to be. I'm talking about your body temperature. So when I started taking Lupron, I was told, okay, you might get hot flashes. And for some reason, I think I had the idea that hot flashes were like, a burst of heat here and there, and then you're okay. It's winter in Canada, and I always open the window so I can sleep. That's how warm my body is. Like my body is boiling. The other day I was at the gym. Just this week I was at the gym. I take a step class every week, and it was so funny because the song that was playing was that song DSM sang in Pitch Perfect 2, which is light it up, light it up, light it up, I'm on fire. And everybody's like, you know, doing all the steps. And I was literally on fire. Like you could crack an egg on my skin and it would fry. Because, I mean, I already produce enough oil, as you can see. You could crack an egg on my skin and fry the egg. I was on fire. You are not ready for that change in body temperature where you're just warm all the time. You're just exuding warmth. I don't know how to explain it to people. The other day I was also hanging out with my friend and she said, oh, let's go to Starbucks and just have like a cup of coffee or something. Okay, I don't drink coffee, but typically I drink tea. When I got into Starbucks, I was like, do you have something with ice? Guys, the temperature was 2 degrees. I was like, do you have something with ice in it? Because I am not okay. Like I'm boiling from inside. My skin is warm. I don't know how to explain this. You will not be able to sleep. Your body will be boiling hot. You will be eating 6 times a day. I can see eating 6 times a day and no weight gain. You want? No, seriously, no. But I'm scared because I'm like, if I eat 6 times a day, at some point it has to catch up with me. Like maybe because I'm working out, I'm not gaining weight because I don't know. But yeah, the 6 times a day thing really shook me. I was eating ice cream and it's not, I think the interesting thing with the food bit is that it's not just any kind of foods. I noticed I started eating like salty foods where it's like either really salty or it's really sweet. So I would fry plantains and I would put like a bunch of salt in it, and that's what my body just wanted. So this is not normal, like, oh, I'm just eating carrots. Like you will not feel like eating that carrot, I promise you. When I was at the gym and I had that experience, I was really hot. I was literally like fighting to breathe. The instructor kept saying, are you okay? And I was like, and I was sweating. I am not even a sweater. That sounds odd, but yeah, I'm not a person who sweats a lot. But on that day, I was like, I had buckets of sweat just pouring down my body. I have never left the gym so fast. I literally ran home to take hormone therapy. So here's the good thing. When you get to menopause, advice for the girls and the guys who are interested, please sign up for hormone therapy, whatever it is in your country. Like it will be a dose of estrogen and I think progesterone. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But it's basically a dose that's not as high as what your body would typically make, but it's supposed to give you the hormones that you need to function. So I was like, yep, I mean, why not? I'll take this. I still can't sleep at night. Yesterday I was up until like 1:30 a.m. just staring at my TV like this. Not doing anything else. There's nothing to watch. I've watched all the shows I want to watch on TV. So now I'm just like sitting and just staring at the TV until 1:30 a.m. And then I have to make a decision to say, okay, I need to go and sleep now. Not that I'm sleepy. I need to tell myself I need to go sleep now. And then I climb into bed and I just lie there until I'm able to fall asleep. But then if my body gets really warm, I have to get up and crack open a window. So my thing, ladies, again, like we are not ready for this, but I'm just telling you ahead of time, menopause is not going to be fun. Just stock up on chamomile tea because I've realized that drinking chamomile tea at least helps me sleep. Crack open a window, get some air conditioning in your house. Please be ready for those 50s or 60s whenever you hit menopause. Get some air conditioning, crack open a window, whatever it is you need to do, get the hormone therapy and just be ready to buy yourself a lot of food. And for the food thing, I did read about that. The reason why you get really hungry when you're in menopause is because your body produces more of cortisol, or maybe the absence of your normal hormones increases cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So you eat a lot, which is interesting because when I'm stressed, as normal fun Demi, young Demi, I don't eat a lot. Like when I'm stressed, I don't even remember to eat. But with menopause, I'm like, bring all the foods. Like I was having waffles with ice cream with crushed chocolate on top, fried plantain. I was eating everything. At some point, I had to be like, oh no. But now that I've started taking the hormone therapy, my appetite is back to normal. So point is, don't scorn those hormones. When they offer them to you, please just take them. Like sign up, which basically also means as a girl, finances, I don't know, you need to make a plan. Like menopause is not going to be cheap for us. It's crazy that we are built this way. Menopause is not going to be cheap. So just make sure like you're able to afford the hormones because you will need them. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share. And this is the end of my live. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you're watching this later, because I saw that a couple of people joined and they dropped off later. But this has been fun. And I think I'll do more of these lives going forward. All right then, bye.